Hello and welcome back to another Walking Dead video, and today I'll be talking about 5 variant walker ideas that I would like to see in the Walking Dead universe. And these ideas will not be anything outlandish, they'll be based off the logic that we already have in the franchise, and what type of walkers we can have in this universe, and what type of walkers we cannot, and everything you know about how the walker virus works. So let's jump right into this with number 1, and it is a trapper. And this is a variation of the smart walker turning into what equivalent of a smart walker's lurker would be, the trapper. When a smart walker can no longer just wander aimlessly, the trapper would then go to where survivors would congregate naturally, like water, or where a potential food source would be, and hide there, waiting for the survivor to come to them. So this variant is just a smarter lurker, knowing that, oh, survivor would like this, so I'm going to hide here instead of just laying anywhere and going into hibernation. The trapper could also maybe set up some very primitive traps, like laying out a bunch of food or purposely knocking food over so that a survivor would come to them if they are too weak to get up. Next is the night walkers, and this idea came from when season 3 and 4 of Daryl Dixon were announced to film in Spain, and the idea is that Spain is a very hot country, or any country that is very, very hot. Walkers would degrade and decay a lot faster, and they'd be less of a threat. So what if the walkers became intelligent enough to know we need to stay out the sun? So night walkers are walkers in these very hot countries that would go into hibernation, hide inside buildings during the day, and then when it's cooler and darker, they would come out at night and go about wandering, maybe looking for survivors. It would be a very interesting idea for a walker, just because at the day you're 100% safe, but at the night, every walker is now out on the street again, hunting you down. And moving on, I have screaming walkers, or speaking walkers, and this is definitely the most outlandish idea I have, but it is a variation of the roamer, and the roamer is a walker that remembers their past. What if that walker was able to maybe say a few words, even if it is very broken up? What if the walker, instead of just growling, were able to maybe say the last words or scream help? And I think this would be a very terrifying walker. It is pushing the boundaries of what variants can be in the Walking Dead universe, but this could be a very fresh walker, and maybe a walker that died in such a quick way. When they reanimated, they could maybe only say the final word they said before they died, or if they died screaming, they could scream. This would be really, really cool, because it could lead survivors thinking, oh, there's someone over there because I can hear them screaming, and then you run over there and it's a walker. It's kind of like a skinwalker, and that would be very interesting. You can put skinwalkers. Now, that'd be very, very horrific walker. It does kind of break the rules a little of what I've just established, but it's borderline could work in the Walking Dead universe, because it is literally just going to be a normal walker that can speak. But let me know down below, do you agree that this could be allowed, or do you think it's too far-fetched? But next I have is a stalker, and this could be a walker that has its throat cut so it's silent, and this is just a walker that would just hunt you down, and they would not charge you mindlessly like another walker. This would just be a walker that would follow you and only attack you when you least expect it. And this could maybe follow you for a day or two, and when you're sleeping, it will then charge in and then eat you then. It is just a variation of the smart walker, but it's just, instead of having the abilities to climb, open doors, use weapons, it's a walker that can have some sort of thought process to be like, okay, I'm going to attack him when he's weak. And finally I have is the leader, or king/queen walker. And this is really a natural whisperer. We have seen in the Walking Dead universe there are things like protectors, and these are walkers within the herd that will walk ahead of the herd to hunt and kill for the herd. So it's not far-fetched to believe, what if there are some walkers that are dominant walkers, and they're the walkers that decide where the herd goes. This is at the heart of the herd, and is really a natural whisperer. And just the idea of the protector gave me the idea that if that's possible, there is definitely not a far stretch to believe there is going to be a pack leader of the walkers, because there's obviously some sort of hierarchy in a walker herd, as we've seen because of the protector. And those are my 5 ideas for potential variant walkers in the Walking Dead universe. So please tell me down below, do you agree with my ideas? Do you disagree? Do you have any other ideas yourself? I'll let us know all your thoughts down below. But this is it for me today, so goodbye, peace out, and I'll talk to you later.